Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. We got some big updates for you today. Everything from the new tasks with the BTR to the neck hitbox getting a major change, some Nicky leaks, as I call them, and even some boss spawn increases to the spawn rate. So let's not waste any time and get you guys up to date. Okay, so with the end of the Koravad event, we got the BTR task line, and I've got a whole nother video for that. You can check that out. We're going to do a walkthrough through all the tasks basically, but the BTR driver gives tasks now, kind of like Lightkeeper. So if you want to get those, you start on mechanic and you go to the BTR driver and go watch the video. I explain all that, but he's in the game. These are permanent. They're not going anywhere. They're going to last the rest of the wipe. And they also offer an achievement for finishing it. So it's not like a short-term thing you have to rush through. Take your time, do it as you want to do it. Now we got a technical update. This was pretty big because it not just fixed bugs, but it modified how the neck hitbox works. So since last year when they did the overarm haul, basically the neck, the hitbox there applied damage to your head. As of this patch, it now applies it to your thorax. No other changes have been made. The hitbox is still there. Neck armor still applies to it the same way, you know, level 3 airmids and stuff like that. But when a bullet hits it, that damage is done to the thorax hit pool versus the head hit pool. So you're still going to be able to die to throat shots. It's going to take higher damage to ammo or multiple shots or something like that. Now the UI does have some issues. Trey pointed this out in his ever so eloquent way of doing it. He died to thorax throat, as you can see. And then on his next screen, it shows that he died to his headshot. This isn't a bug of how the damage is being applied. This is a UI issue. They just need to update the side of the item that when you die to the throat, it doesn't show the head on this screen. My guess is that if you get shot in the throat, like with a bullet, and like, let's say it's blunt damage, it's going to show up here as well. Like at the end of the raid or something like that, if you didn't heal, those kind of scenarios. So hopefully they can fix this sooner than later, because it's going to cause a ton of confusion. People are going to freak out over it. But it is not a bug in how it actually functions. It's just a bug in how it displays. Now with some of the other stuff, they fixed incorrect spawn of certain items on locations. I'm not sure what that is. It might just be like goofy location or maybe quest items or something. Fixed the cause of error 228 when attempting to assemble a weapon without sufficient space in the stash. This still happens, so I'm not sure exactly what they fixed. It has to do with if like you're doing a gun build and you don't have space, and then all the parts kick out, and then you try to put the gun together real quick, and then it errors out and gives you back end error and restarts you from ground one again. I hate this bug. It's so annoying, but it's still happening. I've had it happen to me twice since they did the patch, so I'm not sure exactly what they patched or fixed. Fixed the lack of leaning animation and prone position from the first person view in certain cases. Fixed the cause of error 228 after visiting a friend's hideout in some cases. Fixed the display of hidden exfils and scav exfils on locations such as custom streets, Tarkov, shoreline, and woods. So for example, this one was on shoreline. If you had scav bunker, that would show up as an extract for you, even though it's a secret extract. So that shouldn't show up for an extract for you anymore. And you should have another one on your list, so you don't just have an extract you can't use. Obviously you can still use the scav bunker or the hidden bunker, whatever it's called, if you find the note, but it's no longer listed as a scav extract anymore. Now for the Nicky leaks, some interesting stuff here. I'll just talk through as we watch it. First thing is we get this really weird, goofy canted sight for, I think that's an ASVAL. It might be a VSS, but this is crazy. 90-degree cant sight. I don't know what this is. Sure. The text here in the middle, that's not too much about it. This is just, they put this on test servers and stuff like that so that people can't like leak information. If somebody leaks footage, they know who leaked it so they can kick them out. Basically what that is. But yeah, 90-degree canted sight. What this will apply to, I'm not sure. Kind of weird, but I guess neat, depending on who you are. This is just footage of probably maybe Chronicles of Rigi, but it could be a trailer for the terminal, in-game trailer, something like that, because this translation up here is Maritime Port. Just a bunch of guys running through and shooting. This is just a convention shot. This is the AK-50. Little quick scan of it. BSG employee holding an AK. Don't know if there's anything there. Maybe if you're an AK guy, you might know what that is. This is just showcasing the new scav NVGs, if you will, and then the punch knife that you get from Prestige 2. It's the only way to get it that I'm aware of. Just showing that. Then you got the BSG employees partying on wipe day. Not quite sure what that was. This is more behind the scenes footage of either Chronicles of Ridge or again trailers. This is the AK-308. 90% sure of that, maybe even more, just because of the magazine. The AK-12 family has a bunch of different calibers. This one being with the size of the mag and the barrel makes me think it's the 7.62 by 51 AK, which is pretty cool. The 7.62 by 39 has a banana mag, and there is a, I believe there's a, no, it's not an AK-12, that's a Vepr, but there's an AK 7.62 by 54R, but I think it's just a Vepr. But again, it has more of a banana mag. This straight boxy mag here makes me think 90% sure, along with the thickness of the barrel, that it is a the AK-308. This is just Killa and Tagilla during their Christmas event stuff, putting the fire out during the Chronicles of Ridge behind the scenes, and then that's just the guy at the end dressed up with Battle State Christmas armor, the yellow balaclava, John B. glasses. Just a mannequin, not sure what else other than that. So next up, we've got the in-game Flea. So Nikita put a poll on Twitter, which I hate Twitter polls. There's just not a good place to get community feedback because one, so few people use Twitter of the overall player base. It's one of the smaller used social medias. Two, Twitter's incredibly easy to bot as far as screwing with poll numbers. And well, what casual person's gonna want to bot this? I don't know that many will. It's not super expensive, but the flea market, man, I don't even want to get into the conspiracy side of this shit. But simply put, RMT cheaters, they love the flea market. It's how they make a lot of their. It's how they can generate enough money to sell a lot of money. And they do have financial incentive to keep the flea in. So they could have done it. I'm not saying they did, but this poll, I don't put too much weight into this. And no, it's not because I disagree with it. I don't agree or disagree with it. I felt like the game was better without the flea with the way they had it, but they can't leave it how it is. There needs to be a ton of overall changes if they're going to remove the flea or keep it out longer or anything like that. I did a whole write-up post about it. Point being is they are going to do an in-game survey. Apple, Daniel said that. So keep an eye out. That is going to show up down here, bottom right. You click on surveys, it'll be here. Last time they did it, they gave you some goodies for completing the poll. When that poll hits, I will post everywhere so everybody knows it. So even if you're like, screw this wipe or I'm not playing Tarkov, if you want to be heard, you have to install the game and sign in and do the poll. Unless the poll is on the launcher as well, which it might be. I'll make sure to double check that, which if that's the case, then if you're plugged out of Tarkov for a while and you're still watching news updates, you can still vote and have your voice heard. Anyways, that's coming up. Who knows when? It's going to be pretty impactful on how the game is done. Nikita has stated he has no plans to remove the flea, but there's a lot of discussion, argument, a lot of disagreement about whether that is good or bad for the game. Long and short of it, I just want BSG to make the game they want to make. I'll play it. If that includes the flea, great. If that doesn't include the flea, whatever. I'll work around whichever it is. I just want BSG to make their game and not do bits and pieces, half-assed stuff to make certain groups happy and try to keep everybody happy, because then we just have a game that has no soul, a lot like Call of Duty and stuff like that. So that's where we are. I'll make sure to let you guys know when that poll shows up. And then last little bit, the boss spawn rates have been increased to 20% across the board, with the exception of cultists. Cultists are 10% on customs, woods, and shoreline, and then 2% on factory night and ground zero. Obviously, all the other maps are night as well, but factory night is its own specific category. But that's all I got for you guys. I hope you found this video useful. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you see them when they first pop up and you're up to date on what's going on, and you don't miss anything. If, like I tell you, hey, there's a poll up and it might only be up for a day or two, you don't want to miss that because YouTube decided not to show you the video. So make sure you're subscribed and you have that bell notification if you want updates. Before I run off, I will do a quick shout out for my music. Links down in the description. It's free to use, supports me as a creator. It's made for the community, so if you are a content creator, you can use it as well for free in your YouTube videos or your streams. Doesn't matter. All we ask is that you attribute us so people know where to find it if they like it. And other than that, that's it. No copyright strikes or DMC takedowns. It's there for you guys. If you're not a content creator, go listen to it though. Check it out. We've got a ton of songs in there. A lot of people love listening to it when they're working. It's great lo-fi background music. It's what it is. I listen to it all day during the stream. But that's it. That's all I got. I wish you guys the best of luck in your raids, and we'll see you in Tarkov.